Hello everybody, Sergeant Soldier here back with How to Rust, and today we're making a return to the double stacked wall bases. This time I actually have a base design by my good friend Twitsted Gaming, and the one that he showed me is here right below me, and honestly I absolutely love it. That shadow is moving very fast. I really do think that in some ways it is better than my original design, but it also has a lot of the same problems that my design has, and as we go, I'll try to explain what that is. So as you can see here, we have a 3x3 base. On two sides of it, there's triangle honeycombing, which means you get an extra wall if they're trying to raid. And on two sides, there's not only triangle honeycombing, but there's two squares on each side. So I'm going to show you how this all works. You can see further back, we have the wood set up so I can go step by step. And then further behind that, we have an actual base built with it. So let me see if I can make this jump. Ready? Yes, I did it. I did a good job, Pepper. I did it. Yeah. Okay, onto the wood part. So basically what you do is on all four sides you start with this. Now in my second video for the walls, I had said that I don't think this is the better way to do it. In this regard, for this design, it is, but normally I still don't like doing it like this just because it does create an offset. And my OCD doesn't like that very much. So build a square out, and then a triangle, and then you remove that square and replace it with three triangles like this. See? Now you've got the Triforce of Power. So from here, you then take those triangles, you remove the top one, and put two squares on each side. This is going to happen on both sides. So this side and the side over there are going to have squares. Meanwhile, instead of doing squares on your two other sides, you're just going to add more triangles, and it's going to end up looking like this. See? Looks pretty good, right? Now from here, what you end up doing is just slapping up your walls. Like so. And then you see how they overlap like this? Oop, we didn't want that one there. I wanted it here. Okay, so I gotta get rid of those concrete barriers. So here is our base, right? So there is one potential flaw with this, and let me see if I can put some stairs up and I'll show you. Right here in this corner, let me up, thank you. There is a spot where you are able to spider your way up, just like in my design. So with that, let's see, I think we have to remove this wall here. Turn my chat back on so I can do remove. Alright. Now, if the raiders were to blow in this way, they would be able to spider their way up. I call it spider pigging, like The Simpsons. I love that term. So they are able to spider their way up from there. Now, in order to do that, they would have to blow this wall here. So that's 2 C4, or a couple rockets, as well as this wall here, and hope that they don't blow either one of these walls up. So 4 C4 in total. If they end up using rockets, it'll make the spider picking not possible, but there is still that chance that it would work. Besides for that, though, that's really the only downfall of this design, is that particular spot. Otherwise, it really does work out just as well as the last one. The gaps here are a little tighter, in my opinion. I believe they're a little tighter. They might be the same space, I don't know, but I think they're tighter. But you're still able to put doors and walls and everything that you need to. So, are you guys ready to see what this actually looks like? We got a base over there, and what I've done is I've gone off of his original design. So the two squares are basically just honeycombing, and 4 of the squares have doors, but only one of them leads up. This is one where it doesn't lead up. And now I basically have to find which one that is. That wall's turned the wrong way. Whoops. Alright. Nope, not this one. I'll find it, don't worry. I think it's this one. So going inside here. There we go, okay. So now this whole bottom level is completely honeycombed. So don't have to worry about that. In this particular design, this is Twitsted Ink's design. He had left this square here open. And I don't know if this square is supposed to be open or not, so I left it like that. Basically the idea here is if you have a raider coming in and they boost up and over this wall because the ladder gets taken out, they'll end up coming through here and falling into one of these two squares. On the inside here you could put landmines, snap traps, whatever you have to put in order to kill them. And then this door here that is slanted obviously would be the next path, and then you go in here to your loot room. The design is almost completely his. I did my best to recreate it off of the screenshots, and then I changed a little bit with like the loot room and whatnot, but for the most part, it is still all in all his. So I thought this was really cool, at least trying to tightrope walk across the wall, and then having the potential of them falling into the holes. That'd be pretty funny. But anyway, from there, basically, you've got your loot room on your middle floor. Your whole bottom floor is honeycombing, and your whole third floor is honeycombing. So what I want to show you guys real quick here, and I don't have my chat turned on. I don't want to turn my chat on. So instead of flying up to the top, I'm just going to build stairs. I'm going to show you the other problem with this base, and it's the same problem that my base had. And that is this. Oh, there's the barriers there. Forgot about those. There is the gap here in the roof. You basically have to find a way to cover this gap up. So I tried to use concrete barricades. It didn't really work out that well. If they were to ever get on the roof like this, they would be able to shoot rockets down at the bottom of your base down there. So that is the drawback. Even if it's the gap like this, they'd still be able to rocket it. But, you know, it's just one of those things where that's just how it goes. So if you want, you can cover this up with chests or sleeping bags or something like that. Obviously, the concrete barricades didn't work that well. So I'll leave that up to you guys, but it is a different way to do the double stacked walls, and I figured that I would at least show this one because I know a lot of you said that, you know, a different way worked here or there, but I didn't really have it, so at least now we do. So, Sergeant Solj, this was Twitsted Inc. Gaming's double stacked wall base, his design, and I hope I did it correctly. If there's anything that I left out, please let me know in a comment, and if it's major enough, I will try to recreate the video. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next How to Rust video. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching How to Rust, a series for new players to the game of Rust. If you have any ideas for future episodes that could be useful to new players, please feel free to leave a comment in the comments section of this video.